Party time then.
Money Heist Season 5 will change everything. Money Heist has had quite the viewership since it aired the first time. The series is about an unusual group of robbers who attempt to carry out the most perfect robbery in Spanish history, stealing 2.4 billion euros from the Royal Mint of Spain. Why will Season 5 be so good though? Well, here's why. What is Money Heist all about? Money Heist is a Lex Pina-created Spanish heist crime drama television series. The story follows the professor, Ivaro Morte, as he leads two long-planned heists, one of the Royal Mint of Spain and the other of the Bank of Spain. For added intricacy, the story is delivered in real time, with flashbacks, time jumps, secret character motivations, and an unreliable narrator. The series subverts the heist genre by telling the story from the perspective of a woman, Tokyo, played by Ursula Corbero, and by emphasizing the strong Spanish identity, where emotional complexities counteract the ideal strategic crime. Set in Madrid, a mysterious guy, known only as the Professor, gathers a gang of 8 people to carry out an ambitious scheme that entails breaking into the Royal Mint of Spain and fleeing with 2.6 billion euros. The squad aims to remain inside the mint for 11 days to print the money, while dealing with elite police forces after taking 67 people hostage. Following the original robbery, the group is dragged out of hiding and finds itself planning a second heist, this time on the Bank of Spain, while dealing with hostages and police forces. The series was originally supposed to be a 2-part limited series. It aired on Spanish television network Antenna for 15 episodes from May 2nd to November 23rd, 2017. Late in 2017, though, Netflix obtained global streaming rights. It recut the series into 22 shorter episodes and published them worldwide, beginning on December 20th, 2017 with the first part and ending on April 6th, 2018 with the second part. Netflix revived this series in April of 2018 with a slightly enhanced budget for a total of 16 new episodes. On July 19th, 2019, Part 3 was released, consisting of 8 episodes. Part 4 was launched on April 3rd, 2020, also with just 8 episodes. Netflix renewed the show for a 5th and final season in July 2020, which will premiere in 2 5-episode volumes on September 3rd and December 3rd of 2021 respectively. The series was shot in the Spanish capital of Madrid. Parts 3 and 4 were shot in Panama, Thailand, and Italy, among other places. The series won multiple honors, including Best Drama Series at the 46th International Emmy Awards, as well as critical praise for its complex plot, interpersonal dynamics, direction, and attempt to reinvent Spanish television. The anti-fascist Italian song Bella Ciao, which appears several times in the series, was a summer smash across Europe in 2018. Later that year, the series was the most watched non-English language series on Netflix, as well as one of the most watched overall, with a particular resonance among viewers in Mediterranean Europe and Latin America. What does Season 5 have in store for us, though? The next 10 episodes of the critically acclaimed Spanish drama La Casa de Papel will be released in 2 parts. The decision to split the show in half, according to Lex Pina, was motivated by a desire to ensure that Season 5, the series' final season, meets up to fans' expectations of a finale. We felt we had to change what was expected from the 10-episode season when we began writing Part 5 in the middle of the pandemic, and we utilized every tool we could to create the sense of a season finale or series finale in the first volume itself, Pina stated in a statement to the press. In order to put the gang on the ropes, we opted to work in a very violent genre. In Volume 2, we pay more attention to the characters' emotional situations. It's a voyage through their emotional map that leads us straight to their departure, he continued. Season 5 of the mega-popular series, which swiftly became the most-watched non-English TV show on the planet, will pick off right where the previous episodes left off, with the gang imprisoned within the Bank of Spain for over 100 hours. Just when it seems like nothing else could go wrong, an enemy arrives on the scene that is far more formidable than any they've faced: the army. Producers said in an official media release the biggest theft in history is coming to a close, and what started as a robbery will evolve into a war. Because conflict is imminent, we believe the body count in Season 5 will be considerably higher. The 2-part split strategy. This isn't the first time a Netflix show's final season has been split in half. Lucifer Season 5 was published published in 2 parts, following in the footsteps of shows like The Walking Dead before it, with the final episodes releasing on May 28th. Season 4 of Ozark will be split into 2 groups of episodes as well. Given Pina's comments about the tone shift between Volumes 1 and 2 of Money Heist Season 5, it's safe to infer that this new format will give the impression of 2 distinct seasons. At the very least, we can anticipate Volume 1 focusing on the show's signature run-and-gun action before moving on to a more serious final few episodes in Volume 2. That is, after all, what we anticipate. The tiny matter of which characters survive to the end is a far bigger subject, and one of the reasons for the show's popularity. Nonetheless, the series' genuine end is set for December, so you can expect another 6 months of Money Heist-induced panic. That is, until the Korean remake arrives to carry on the story. The main cast and their roles. So, who are the cast members of this incredible show? We took a look and dropped some hints about the show's dynamics. Ursula Corbero plays Celine Oliveira, also known as Tokyo, a fleeing robber scouted by the professor to join his scheme. She also serves as an unreliable narrator. Sergio Marquina, the professor, Salvador Salva Martin, the mastermind of the robbery who organized the group, and Berlin's younger brother. Raquel Murillo, also known as Lisbon, is played by Itziar Ituo, a National Police Corps inspector who is put in charge of the case until she joins the group in Part 3. Andres de Fonoyosa, also known as Berlin, is played by Pedro Alonso. The character is a terminally ill jewel thief who serves as the professor's second-in-command and older brother. Agustin Ramos, Moscow, Parts 1 through 2, featured in Parts 3 and 4, played by Paco Tus, is a former miner-turned-criminal and Denver's father. Alba Flores, also known as Nairobi, as Agata Jimenez, a counterfeiting and forging expert who is in charge of printing the money and monitored the gold melting. Then there's Miguel Haran, who plays Anbal Cortez, also known as Rio, a young hacker who becomes Tokyo's lover later on. Ricardo/Daniel Ramos, also known as Denver, is played by Jamie Laurent. This character is Moscow's son who joins him in the heist. Even before Jamie Laurent was cast in the role, Denver's distinct chuckle was built into the script. The script only stated trashy laughing, which was interpreted differently by each performer who auditioned. Monica Gotstambide, also known as Stockholm, is Esther Asibo, one of the captives and Arturo Roman's secretary and mistress, who is carrying his child out of wedlock. She falls in love with Denver during the robbery and joins the group as an accomplice. Stockholm is named after the Stockholm Syndrome, which is a condition in which captives fall in love with their captors. Arturo Roman, played by Enrique Arce, is a hostage and the former director of the Royal Mint of Spain. Mirko Dragic, Helsinki, played by Darko Perry, is a veteran Serbian soldier and Oslo's cousin. Bogota, Parts 3 to present, is played by Hovink Kechkirian, a metallurgist who joins the robbery of the Bank of Spain. Rodrigo de la Serna, as Martin Berrot, also known as Palmero, is the engineer for Parts 3 to present, an old Argentine friend of Berlin who conspired with him to plunder the Bank of Spain, and took over as a commanding officer. Then there's Najwa Nimri, as Alicia Sierra, Part 3 to present, a pregnant National Police Corps inspector who was assigned to the investigation after Raquel left. Marseille, Part 4 to present, featured in Part 3, is played by Luca Perro, who is a member of the gang who joins the heist of the Bank of Spain. Julia is played by Belen Cuesta. Manila, Part 4 to present, featured in Part 3, is Moscow's godchild and Denver's childhood buddy. She is a trans woman who joins the gang and poses as one of the Bank of Spain's hostages during the robbery. Colonel Louis Tamayo, Part 4 to present, featured in Part 3, a member of the Spanish intelligence who supervises Alicia's work on the case. Fernando Cayo, as Colonel Luis Tamayo, Part 4 to present, featured in Part 3. Trivia: the episodes were shot in order, and the performers were only given the scripts for each episode when they were filming, so they had no idea what would happen to their characters. When the performers received the new screenplay, Ivaro Morte, the professor, said they would text each other with excitement. The character of Tokyo was heavily influenced by the character Matilda, Natalie Portman, in the film Leon the Professional, from her hairdo to her clothing style. The outside of the building where the heist takes place is the Spanish National Research Council in Madrid. Celebified, not the Royal Mint of Spain. An attempt was made to record it at the mint, but the institution refused. In a studio, the interior sequences were recorded. The theft masks are those of Salvador Dali, a prominent Spanish surrealist painter who advocated for creating uncertainty and not limiting one's imagination, which is exactly what the professor and the heist team are doing. Are you looking forward to Money Heist Season 5? Which character is your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below.